All rise.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, yes. Okay. Yeah. You can place your glasses on the table so that you are comfortable to face that camera. Good afternoon and welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters. Mr. Witness, what is your religion?
Muslim.
Can you speak into the mic, please?
Muslim.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
English.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
Affirmation.
Madam Chair, the witness wishes to make an affirmation. Okay, use your right hand, raise it up, and then repeat after me. I, Musa Bah, do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bah. You are welcome. Council, can we proceed, please?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Bah, can you please state your name?
My name is Musa Bah.
What is your address?
Latrikunda Yiringanya.
And your occupation?
I'm an elected councillor of Latrikunda Yiringanya ward.
For how long have you been a councillor?
This is my re-election second term.
When was your first term?
2018 to 2023.
So while as a councillor at the Canopy Municipal Council, correct?
Yes.
Did you serve in any capacity, whether in a committee or in any position of responsibility as a councillor from 2018?
So I'm part of the Balit committee where I serve as a chairperson.
Can you please tell us the committees you've served in?
Also, contracts committee, where I'm a member.
Contracts committee?
Correct.
Which other committee?
Sorry?
Which other committee?
I think could be, if my memory serves me well, was accounts committee sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
Why sometimes?
Well, as former deputy mayor, sometimes you have this, you being an ex officio member to certain committees.
So how many committees have you served in as an ex-officio member?
It varies. It depends on need basis. Sometimes, I think sometimes I've been invited in market committee meetings.
As a member or to attend meetings?
No, just as an ex-officio member to discuss pertinent issues.
Okay. You also served as the deputy mayor at some point?
Correct.
What is the period?
From 2018 to 2021.
2021?
Correct.
You left the position?
Yes.
Is there any reason why you left the position?
Well, at the time, I was going through a lot of bereavement. My mom passed away, my uncle and other relatives, and it's like it was too much of burden on my head. You know, I decided to reduce the load from me to concentrate on my ward councillor position.
Is there any other reason apart from you having these sad moments in your family, your mom passing away and other relatives passing away? Is there any other reason why you resigned? Did you resign, by the way?
Yes, correct. Voluntarily.
Do you have your resignation letter?
Yes, it should be with the records.
Yes. Please write it down. We will request that you provide your resignation letter.
Noted.
Did they, thank you, did the council accept your resignation letter?
Yes.
All right. So I asked the question whether that is the only reason, or is there another reason why you?
No, that was the only reason.
That's the only reason. Did you resign as a councillor at any point?
No.
Why is that?
Yeah, like I said, I was devastated at the time, so I decided to offload myself and also to continue to mourn my mother.
What are the duties of a deputy mayor that you believe at the time, because of your circumstance and the sad moments in your family, that you have your mom passed away and other relatives passing away as well, they pass off? What would be the reason why you would not resign as a councillor, but you resigned as a deputy mayor because of your mother passed on? So what were these duties that you were doing as a deputy mayor that were so probably tedious that would warrant you to?
Yes, as a deputy mayor, you have a lot of responsibilities and you report to the office on daily basis, whereas as opposed to being just a councillor, probably you go to council during committee meetings or general council meetings. That's to my side. I believe I stick to the purpose of me being there. I've been elected, and also same time the burden. I do not have much time with my constituent, my district, that much. So being after relieving or offloading myself, I was able to be so connected and deliver, give development to my people. I believe, in fact, that's the very reason that I'm being re-elected.
When did you realize this? When did you realize that the two, serving as a deputy and also as a ward councillor, is so tedious that at some point you cannot do it? When did you realize this?
Well, the position of deputy mayor.
Yes.
I was nominated. It was never in my plans to become a deputy mayor or something.
Yes.
But just to represent my district.
Yes.
It happens that somebody nominated me unanimously. They happened to elect me as a deputy mayor.
Yes. No, but I'm asking, for instance, when did you realize that you could no longer perform these functions, that is so tedious as a deputy mayor that at some point you cannot perform this function?
Yeah, not to perform per se, but like I said, I decided to reduce the burden or the load on myself to at least have that tranquility for a while. So I cannot just hold it and then, let the council run from without working. So that's the very reason actually why I decided to forgo the deputy mayor position and stick to my councillor position.
When you resigned as a deputy mayor, that was in 2021.
Correct.
Were there any issues that we were facing apart from this issue regarding the person of your the death of your mom?
Sorry, come again, please.
Were there any issues that you were faced with apart from the death of your mom? You said your mom passed on.
Yes.
So were there any issues
that
you were faced with that you had to solve aside from the death of your mom?
Well, I can't recollect exactly. Maybe if you could help me.
And when actually did you have this issue or this incident of your mom losing your mother? Which year was this?
It's the same year, and actually a month before, because I don't like to talk about the demise of my mom. Anyway, I feel emotional. During those period, my mom lived with me. We were going up and down to the hospital here and there. So, in fact, my attendance to work was not that so good. So I said, come on. After the demise, that actually coincide with this whatever scandal I may hear, then I say, come on, I must stick to my position. Like, if I do, I will not be going to the council every day to report to work.
So it coincided with a scandal that you have had as a deputy mayor during this period?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
And what was the scandal about?
It was an allegation about a leaked audio.
What about the leaked audio?
Yes, actually, like I said, the day I learned about it, that's the following day, that's when my mom passed away. And, relatives and friends called me abroad to tell me that, there is so going on. I said, well, that anyway, I say, you already know that I'm brief, and then, I don't have time for that for now. Until, there was too much of pressure on the internet. Then a relative called me to say, listen to Pandari, there is something they're talking about you. I tune in, and then I happened to hear Farimang trying to clear the air that has nothing to do with his business and something. Then from there I say, all right, the CEO of the said whatever company is out to say that that has nothing to do with them. Then, I focus on mourning, continue to focus to mourn my.
And what is this audio about?
Well, I heard about, they said, soliciting for bribe.
Who was said to be soliciting for bribe? soliciting bribe?
According to what I heard, they said I was soliciting bribe
From?
from somebody who works for Ecotech.
And Ecotech is a company
Correct?
that has a contract with k.M.C.
Yes.
for revenue collection and for the purpose of maximizing the revenue, correct?
Right.
And the allegations, as far as you're concerned, was that you were allegedly caught on an audio where you were soliciting for bribes.
Yes, according to what I heard.
And there was too much pressure, you said, and this coincided with your mom demise as well.
Yes, it was during the same period.
And so you thought it wise and prudent to resign.
Yes, because like I said, I was so devastated at the time.
So would it be fair to say that the demise of your mom, very sad moment, may her soul rest in peace, and the allegations about that you were soliciting bribe, at that point in time, you thought that these two issues, it is best to just resign?
Yes, to some degree, and same time I feel like sometimes it's good to be honorably do such as I did, to resign when you had some allegations until things are clear. Then I said I should do that.
So your intention was you will resign until the allegations are clear?
Very well.
Thank you. You've made statements to the investigators?
Yes.
You've made a statement and an additional statement, correct?
Yes.
We will give you your statement and the additional statement.
Yes, lead counsel.
Yes. Are these your statements?
Correct.
Do you have any objection for us applying to have it admitted in evidence?
Yes.
You object?
No, no, no.
You don't?
It can be admitted.
All right.
Please.
Thank you very much. We apply to tender the statement of the witness, Musa Bah. The statement is dated the 18th of July 2023, and the additional statement 19th of September 2024 into evidence as an exhibit.
of July 2023, and the additional witness statement dated the 19th of September 2024 are admitted together in evidence as exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/MB/KMC/001.
Ask the commission, please. Now, you had these allegations. You decided that the best thing to do is to resign and allow probably a final an investigation and conclusion of the matter. And so the most honorable thing to do is to just resign and allow due process to follow. Was any process followed to investigate this issue?
Yes. I think there was an emergency general council meeting where this matter was tabled, and they resoluted that there should be an investigation committee was established. They were tasked to go ahead. So, but as soon as they start, it was aborted due to the central government. Our line ministry also sent some investigators to conduct investigations. So all of a sudden that one was aborted.
The line ministry sent some investigators to look into your issue?
Generally, the general issue of the council.
Were you communicated to by your line ministry, as in the ministry, the area council? Did they write to you to inform you that they will be coming in to lodge an investigation?
Well, I think the first commission that was first established by our line ministry, I was written to for hearing. After a while, that one discontinued.
Why did it discontinue?
I think we challenged the matter to court.
Council challenged
Exactly.
Probably the legality or certain processes.
Yeah.
And that commission never really
Yes.
took off.
But they continue with their investigation. They were in council for, I think, 2 months. Then a report was generated and was shared.
Did that report address your issue, the allegation for the bribery?
I think it has not. It didn't state anything concerning me.
Did they call you as a witness or someone that they have to ask questions regarding that allegation of the bribery?
Yeah, not me directly, but I believe with Ecotech, the CEO was contacted.
But do you think they can really launch an investigation without calling you and asking you questions regarding your allegations of the bribery? That cannot happen.
Yeah, but at the time I wouldn't know their procedures. I was in a position to answer to any call.
I'm just saying that if they did not call you, they cannot make any determination. They would not be able to make a final determination to decide, because they would have to hear from you.
Well, to be honest, I just later see the report.
Did council write to the investigation body to tell them that they will be handing over your investigation to the ministry's team that are there to investigate? Was that done? No?
Well, not to my knowledge.
To your knowledge.
At the time, like I said, I was not going to council for, I think, a month or two.
So the bottom line is, at council level, there was no investigation into your allegations of bribery?
It started. I was once invited by the committee in charge, and after a while, it was aborted due to the.
How many of them?
If my memory serves me right, was Habib, the establishment chairman, Musa Cham.
Yes.
Musa Cham, the former councillor of London Corner.
Yes.
The then director of admin. Yes, and
do you think council should have handed over the case to the ministry? We will come to whether that happened. I don't think that happened. I don't think that they handed over the ministry, that the investigation to the ministry. I think that in itself did not happen, but we will come to that. Do you think council should have proceeded in investigating the matter, or do you think it was right for them to stop the investigations?
Yeah. Anyways, I'm not an expert in investigation, but I believe, not to my knowledge, I have no idea as to if they should.
No, but you served as a deputy mayor.
Yes.
And you are very much seasoned. I mean, at least as the expectation, very much seasoned in local governance in relation to the administration of council. You know they have committees. You know you have the establishment committee, but you have said they had established a committee to investigate. If, as a deputy mayor, a councillor there's an allegation of serious concern, do you think that the proper procedures should be followed, that the council should make sure that investigation is conducted and the report generated? If the person is to be exonerated, that will happen. If the person is to be implicated by the report, then the findings will be there. Do you not think that would have been the most appropriate thing to do?
Yes, well, I think how they started, that's where what should have dictated the procedure.
Yes.
That is taking it to General Council.
Yes.
Where they decided to have a committee that
Yes.
will handle it. And from there, I think this other, suggestions or opinions should have come up. So from that, from the committee, give recommendation as to where it stopped and where it should further extend.
I am asking that because it happened the same time that probably around the same time that there was an issue with respect to Senator Martin Sonko. Do you recall this? Regarding the Senator Martin Sonko as well, also there were allegations of her taking bribes, about $30,000 or thereabout, from so-called real estate agent, and these allegations were addressed. Council took a position about this. At some point, subsequently, regardless of the investigation that you're referring to, sent by the ministry, the team, Senator Martin and Co were suspended by council. Is that not true?
Yes.
Do you recall this?
Yes.
Yes, but they didn't do the same with you. Yours was stopped. Theirs continued, regardless of the investigation. Do you think that is proper?
Well, that I definitely I can tell whether it's proper or not.
Would you have done that as a deputy mayor?
We operate as a general body.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you think that's fair?
No. Everybody should be treated equally.
So, but does that appear to be an equal treatment?
Well, that I can't tell.
I know it's difficult. It concerns you directly. I mean, it's difficult. Like I said, it concerns you directly. But some things are just really very much clear. For instance, even if I benefit, something that is really not proper, it does not rub away the fact that probably it's not proper. I'm not talking about your guilt or innocence. I'm now attacking the process, and I want you to shed more light on it. You will have two scenarios. Senator Martins, the allegation is you took $30,000, or you, yes, from someone, allegations of bribery for a public officer, and there was a back and forth. Ministry sent an investigation team, commission was set up. Regardless of that, the issue is the council took up a position and they were suspended. That is a fact. You agree with?
Yes.
Good. We have Musa Bah, deputy mayor, allegations of bribery. True or false, we don't know. But no actions taken in that regard, in that manner. Do you not think someone will say, well, it's about trying to protect someone and sacrifice another? Do you not think that's not even good for you?
No. Late council.
No to what?
Because I believe there was no thing like trying to favor or unfair play here, because the real fact is when I was confronted with this audio by the Lord Mayor, who had asked me about it, I said, that's not my voice. And in fact, he had to call me those days. I was not coming to work. Yeah, my mom's situation was so deteriorated. And
my issue is, regardless of your innocence or guilt, there should have been the same process. And in fact, interestingly, the two cases, separate cases, has to do with allegations of bribery and fraudulent malpractices. Very similar cases. On the one hand, the case of this former CEO, Senator Martins, took a different step. Council decided that Senator and Co would be suspended. I'm not talking about the legality or illegality or even that process. When they appear here, we will discuss about legality and illegality. when it is the issue of the deputy mayor, we don't even have an investigation report. Council didn't decide to suspend the deputy mayor or not, or to take any further step. Do you not think they should have had the same treatment?
Yes, I repeat, it should be dictated by the General Council. Yes, and I wasn't there.
If you were at council as a deputy mayor, and you have allegations of two of your councillors on separate instances, both allegations of bribery, would you treat them equally?
Yes, of course.
And the same?
Of course.
So you and I agree that it's important to treat people the same?
Absolutely.
And that didn't happen in your case?
Well, I don't think so.
Yes, exactly. Now, the other issue is, we'll come back to the issue of the audio and the allegations of the bribery issue. The other issue is in relation to your role at the contracts committee. Do council follow procedure in relation to awarding of contracts generally to contractors?
Yes, as far as I'm concerned, all that I witness is we try.
Please kindly.
Yes, all those that I have witnessed, it all went through a due process.
Yes.
Where you have the presence of GPPA and experts.
You know Lankaramo Suare?
Lankaramo, yes.
Lankaramo Suare was given multiple contracts without following due process and procurement. Procurement officers, they testified from council, sat where you are sitting and said procurement regulations were not followed. Were you surprised when you heard that?
Yes, absolutely.
You were surprised?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because there should have been a due process followed.
Followed. We have Kanjura Kani. I'm sure, Mr. Ba, you know Kanjura Kani.
Kanjura, of course.
Kanjura testified as well. We had an issue with respect to D8, D9, these bulldozers. I'm sure you've heard about that issue. It has been dealt with in the commission and was an ongoing thing. D8, D9, these are these bulldozers that were said to have needed repair. Kanjura Kani was paid $1,060,000 for the repair, or thereabout, for the repair of D8, D9. And it happened through a contractor that he provided to council. Procurement process not followed. Council didn't sit over, the contracts committee didn't sit over this issue to determine and make their final decision. He withdrew the money from the individual, allegedly went to Senegal, allegedly purchased spare parts, and up to the point that we are now, the report is these machines are not functional from the mechanic. Is it not known to council? Go on, sir. Ask the deputy mayor. Is this not known to council?
If that is the case, it shouldn't have been that way. But I can't remember any time such coming to our committee.
You can't remember any time?
Anything of
Kanjura?
Yes.
Coming to the committee?
Yes. It's quite a long time now.
Yes.
So,
now, we are telling you from the evidence we've gathered from the finance director, from Kanjura himself, from the contractor, that no process was followed. No process was followed. But monies were public funds, were paid to Kanjura Kani through a third party. Just for him to take this money and produce no results. And nothing was done about it. Do you think that is proper?
Not proper.
We also have, we also have the construction of the market canteens at, is it Ladikuda Sabiji? Do you recall this?
Yes.
Do you know how the process that was followed?
The process like,
The canteens, there were about 96 canteens that were constructed.
okay,
That you could have sabotaged. Do you recall this?
yes, yes.
Do you know the procurement process that was followed?
Well, I don't think there was a procurement process in that one.
Were you in council at this time?
Very well, yes.
What was the position of council in relation to this 96 market shares,
Yeah.
canteens?
Yeah, if my memory serves me right well, it's like the market's chairperson brought this recommendation to council, where it was discussed, and a go ahead was given for the committee to try to have a BOT, bill, operate and transfer
Yes.
model.
Yes.
Yes.
And then did you resolute that the vendors should pay in advance the cost of the canteens? Do you recall this?
Well, yes. Yes. They should have like paid for the building of the stores.
Yes.
And you operate over time, and then
And it will be
comes
deducted
back
from their-
to council. Yeah.
It was deducted from the amount of money that they were supposed to pay.
Exactly.
Every month.
Yes.
Every month they were to pay $1,250, and they will only now pay $250, and then the $1,000 will go towards offsetting the amount of $48,010 that they have invested per canteen. We know council paid for 10 canteens. Do you know how it was paid?
No.
We will ask that you provide us with that information.
Sorry.
Please write it down regarding that process of the 10 canteens, how council arrived at the decision and how the payment was done. Do you know how the, oh, sorry, go ahead. Yes. Do you know how the procurement was conducted in arriving at the desired contractor?
No, sir.
They agreed. We were told by the Mudu Njai. You know Mudu Njai, market manager at the time. You know him?
Yes.
Yes, and also the chairman of the subcommittee, that the council passed a resolution to say that we are now authorizing the committees to come up with the desired contractor, which means the procurement was not sanctioned or was not done by the normal procurement routine, the procurement department and the contracts committee together with the CEO. And about 86 minimum, I'm going by the minimum, 86 canteens were contracted together with additional 10 paid for by council to a contractor that never passed through procurement. No vouchers in, payments were made in cash. Do you think that is proper, Mr.
Lead council? Is not proper. And also, as new councillors, most of us were trying to gather experience as we go by. We leverage on the administration to perhaps sometimes to guide us. I'm not trying to shift the blame on them, but in certain committee meetings, it's mandatory that the CEO will be there, and anything that has to do with markets, you have the finance director, you have the administrators. We believe yes, it should have gone through the due process. well guided.
But now they are saying that it is council who said through a resolution that they are authorizing the market and the committees to do the procurement and not the normal procurement procedure. Would that be proper on the side of council to reassign procurement rights and responsibilities to other bodies or entities separate from the council structure?
I'm not sure that it's council that sanctioned them to bypass or go directly to implement.
Yes.
But all I could recall is we passed a resolution for a BOT, Bill, Operate and Transfer model to be executed.
If you ask to assist us in this resolution, would you be able to provide it?
Yes. Sure.
Please provide. Now, let's talk about other issues as well. Still in relation to procurement or expenditures of council. What is the structure at the level of council in relation to authorizing expenditure? Who authorizes expenditure?
Is the CEO.
The CEO authorizes expenditure. Is there any limit?
Yes, there's a threshold.
What is the threshold?
I think below 500,000.
Below 500,000, what will happen?
It should go to tender or contracts committee.
No, I'm saying the authority to give the authority to the finance director or whosoever in relation to expenditure payment. For instance, you have to pay X, you have to pay Y, you have to pay Z. Vouchers would be raised. We know the CEO will have to sign it. We know the CEO and the finance director will have to sign it. Who gives that authority? The authority for expenditure, who gives it?
The authority, it's the General Council that passed that resolution to say the CEO can spend within that threshold. Yes.
So there was a resolution?
Yes.
So $500,000 is below the CEO can authorize?
Yes.
How about $500,000 is up?
Yes, should go to contracts committee.
Contracts committee.
And also to should be presented to General Council as well.
Has that been done?
Yes.
No, Mr.
No, you mean in which situation?
If council is to spend $499,000, the CEO can authorize payment. Can sign the voucher.
Yes.
Without having to consult anyone.
Yes.
Let's assume. If they have to spend $501,000, they have to get authority from someone else. Who do they consult? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
No, I can get.
Let me read to you what the Financial and Accounting Manual says for local government area councils on page 19. If there's a copy, I will ask that you be given the copy. It is the Financial and Accounting Manual for local government councils, page 19.
Okay.
Are you there?
Yes.
You will see 305, authority for expenditure.
305. Okay.
Are we together?
Sure.
Now I will read. It says, the authority to incur expenditure is vested in council through budget approval. The finance director shall not make any payment nor accept any charge in his accounts unless authorized by the chief executive and in accordance with the monetary thresholds approved by each council. Have you seen this?
Yes.
It goes further. As regard the monetary threshold, it should be noted that up to a given amount, the CEO can approve
Yes.
and incur expenditure without reference to the chairman or mayor of the council. Up to a certain amount, the CEO is required to consult and seek clearance from the chairman or mayor, and beyond a given amount, the CEO is required to refer such expenditure to council to seek approval. Have you seen this?
Yes.
What do you make out of this? What do you understand from this?
Yes, it's the same thing. This would be like the general body, and the general body, the chairman is the chairman or the mayor, supervises and conduct meetings.
Yes.
So, yes. So
Now-
it's the general body.
Go ahead.
Yes, I mean it's the general body as a council.
I'm now saying, what do you now understand after reading this regarding the thresholds and
Yes.
the authority to incur expenditure and charge, and also the threshold? What do you understand by the threshold?
Yes, it's the baseline
Yes.
Yeah.
Baseline of what?
of the expenditure.
Yes.
Yes,
So it says, for instance, up to a certain amount, there should be a baseline.
yes,
That the way our local government authorities should operate is that when it comes to the finances, there should be a baseline. That the council, they should come up with a baseline to say up to $10, say, the CEO can sign any voucher or any check. Once, of course, the CEO is expected, together with the Director of Finance, to follow the process of raising a voucher and the legality of such. If they fail to do that, they will be responsible. But he or she can authorize. Now, if it goes above that amount, the mayor or the chairman has to give clearance. It says consult and seek clearance.
Yes.
If there is no clearance, there is no authority for expenditure. And every expenditure for that nature would be unlawful. Now, up to a certain high amount as well, not only must you consult you shouldn't even consult the chairman, you should send it directly to General Council.
correct.
So you as an area council can determine a certain financial regulation to say that CEO up to $100,000 you can authorize for the daily smooth running of the council. Above 100,000 you must seek clearance from the Lord Mayor in the case of k.M.C.
The general council. body.
No, there are three tiers.
Okay.
First CEO, then Mayor, then General Council. The higher the amount, the higher the authority. You
Yes.
understand that? Let me read it again for you, for our consumption. It says, the authority to incur expenditure is vested in council through budget approval. The finance director shall not make any payment, nor accept any charge in his accounts, unless authorized by the chief executive
Yes,
and in accordance with the monetary thresholds approved by each council.
yes,
So each council, you know what you want to approve. It goes further. As regards the monetary threshold, that is, with respect to the monetary threshold, it should be noted that up to a given amount, the CEO can approve. So council must come up with a resolution.
yes,
Up to 100,000 CEO you can approve without consulting the mayor. It goes on. Up to a certain amount, a given amount, the CEO can approve and incur expenditure without reference to the chairman or mayor of council. Up to a certain amount, the CEO is required to consult and seek clearance from the chairman or mayor in their individual capacity. Of course, they also have to make sure the payments are lawful and legal. Now it says beyond a given amount. That is the amount, the cap for the mayor. Beyond a given amount, the CEO is required to refer such expenditure to council to
yes,
seek for approval.
yes.
Was this done at k.M.C?
Well, I could not recall exactly,
Why is that?
but to explain or to add on to this, I think based on the
Please kindly.
yes, based on the organogram of council,
Yes.
you'll find out that the general body,
Yes.
the general council, is on top. Then you have the mayor below. Then the deputy mayor. Then
Yes.
you have the CEO.
Yes.
It goes down.
Right.
So as you read from this thing, anything above the threshold should be flagged to mayor.
Yes.
Then mayor will have to consult the general body
Yes.
for approval.
Absolutely. Now, was that done? Is
In-
that process followed at council level? You have
Yes, sure.
no, Mr. Bah.
No, are you referring to the market?
No. I'm not referring to the bank. I'm referring to the payments in general.
In general.
Authority for payment in general in k.m.c. Do you follow Section 305 for that threshold?
Yes, we do follow, I believe, because not everything I know in real time. You understand? So it's only when it is flagged and discussed at General Council that
Flagged by?
perhaps the compliance or the audit office.
Have you had audit issues that you have discussed at council level from 2018?
Audit issue?
Yes, audit reports that have been forwarded at council level, and you have discussed it at general council level. The answer is no, and we will come to that. Do you recall any time that internal audit would sanction or conduct an exercise, and council would sit over it? Maybe you have received reports from these committees that the reports are addressed to, and you will discuss this financial mismanagement. Have you recalled incidents where you have done this?
Yes, I think that's the very reason why at the time we passed a resolution for the removal of the former director of audit, because the council have been advocating for regular audit reports, and it was not forthcoming.
I disagree. You know why I disagree?
No.
Because the fact is, based on our assessment as lawyers, the former director of audit testified here, and we agreed with council. I agreed with council that definitely that person does not appear to have the qualification. You understand that? More so, he was interviewed in council, and he appears to have accepted that he doesn't have the required capacity. But that is not the only problem. The only problem is why you're trying to, as council, use that as an opportunity to show that you intended to take this audit issue seriously, or was it just a mere cover to sacrifice the director of the audit with the pretext that we want to take the audit reports seriously?
No, lead counsel.
Okay, if you say no, then why is it the case that all the other audit reports that were addressed were never discussed? Why is it the case that there were several audit reports that were never addressed? Let me give you an instance. We have in 2021 an internal audit team report. It was addressed to the office of the Lord Mayor, copied the CEO and the Chairman Finance and Audit Committee. It covers the period 1st January to 31st March 2021. Let me show you. And you now advise whether this report was ever discussed at council level. So many of this kind. Have you ever seen that report before?
To be honest, I couldn't recall exactly.
Why? Have you ever dealt with this audit reports at council?
I think there was one that was dealt with, but like I said, it's been a long time.
Mr. Bah, on a more serious note, was council dealing with internal reports addressing the issues?
Well, to be honest, I can recall.
To be honest is giving a definitive answer. If you want to be honest to the commission and you want to aid the commission, you want to help the commission in accepting the truth and receiving and accepting the truth, you will be able to tell us. You sat in council at a very high position as a deputy mayor. Have you been dealing with internal audit reports? Not selectively one case. Was it a practice for council to deal with internal audit reports? Is the answer yes or no?
So those that I could recall is during senior management meetings, where, I think at one time it was tabled, for implementation.
We have internal audit report, it's a memo, addressed to the Chief Executive Officer, 30th November 2021. Internal audit report 2022, addressed to the Lord Mayor, Deputy Chief Executive Officer, and Accounts Committee. Let me give you. And Honorable, can you please give the witness the other audit report, in the audit reports as well?
Yes, I've seen it.
These reports?
Yes.
Before? Were they dealt with at the level of council?
I cannot recall.
The answer is no, Mr. Bah.
I can't recall, late council.
Would you be able to give us the information, if you give you time? Whether they were dealt with at council's level?
Yeah, maybe I can engage the office of the clerk to
Maybe you can?
Engage office of the clerk.
Office of the clerk?
Yes.
Okay, but
it's the custodian of the minutes, general council minutes.
So for instance, all these are highlighting gaps and fraudulent practices in k.M.C, which were never addressed, at least for the most part. Let me also give you the one for in 2022, internal audit report addressed to the Lord Mayor's office. We have one for 2018 as well. Senior audit officer's report addressed to the CEO and the Lord Mayor is copied.
It cancelled. This is the same one. This is the same one. 2022. 2022. And yes.
We have many reports for 2022.
Yes.
We have many reports for 2022. We have reports from 2018. So when you turn to the pages, you will see many reports for 2022.
Yes. I've seen 2019 and 2020.
Yes, 2019. Yes. You have seen 2019. You will see 2020, 2021. Were these reports, Mr. Bah, addressed at the level of council?
I can't remember.
Is the answer no?
Yes.
Why? Why would you not, at the level of council, have interest in what your internal auditor is providing you? Information that will help the council to develop.
Well, it's to my surprise that I happen to see these reports, audit reports. The fact that they were not forthcoming, that resulted to recommendation for the removal of the former audit director.
That's why I said that could it be the case that because of the lack of capacity of the director at the time, council took an advantage in getting him out, which is the right thing to do anyways. I'm not talking about the manner it was done, but the idea is anyone that doesn't have the required qualifications should not occupy sensitive positions in our public space. If you don't have the qualification to be a driver, you should not drive these vehicles. Is that not the case? So if you have these reports, and if you are saying they are not forthcoming, what would you mean by that? Because they are addressed to the necessary offices. They are addressed to the the CEO. They are addressed to the Lord Mayor's office, Chairman, Finance and Audit Committee as well. Do you not think these three offices should have forwarded the reports to the council?
Well, it should have been brought to General Council.
I can't hear you, Mr. Bah.
I say it should have been brought to General Council.
And so they failed to bring it to General Council, and probably you don't have access to know what these findings are. Would you be interested to know some of these findings?
Yes, sir.
Let's examine the report addressed to the Office of the Lord Mayor, 24th of June 2021. It says audit inspection report for first quarter 2021. It says, for instance, on page 4, invoicing issued register, that the audit has collected the invoice register from the license manager to verify ongoing issuing of invoices to business owners. Below are the total invoices served by the license unit and their amounts for the period 1st to the 19th of March 2021. Total invoice issued 5,911. The value of that invoice is $70,035,995.50. The total amount collected is $40,988,855.78. This was what was accounted for. What is not accounted for is $29,047,139.72. Have you had this information before?
Well, no.
You don't. There was a summary of findings in relation to the daily market tickets. I'm sure you know about the daily market tickets. These are revenue generating
revenue
lines of council. It says the total number of ticket books collected for all the markets for the period 1st January to 15th of February 2021. It says total packets of tickets 330 from January to February. January 1st to February 15th. Total amount of tickets, the value of the 330 is $3,300,000. The total packets of tickets books sold, 292. Total amount of tickets sold, 2,920,000. The remaining packets and the balance, we don't even know up to date. There is no further finding whether the money tickets were sold and the money spent, or they were accounted for. It's 38, and the value of the 38 is 380,000. Would you not have interest as council to know whether this amount is really recovered?
Of course.
Have you had access to this report at council level?
No.
No. You have?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, usually what happens is any report, internal report, there is engagement, consultation with the senior management.
Yes.
Yes, I think whatever might happen should have been flagged by the management so that it can be taken up to the general body.
And so now, and please proceed.
Yes.
And what is the composition of the management?
What is that?
The composition of the management.
The composition.
Yeah, who sits in management meeting?
Is the senior management meeting, you mean?
Yes.
Yes, it's the mayor and the deputy mayor.
The mayor and the deputy.
Correct.
And then the senior staff, there is a CEO and the
Yes.
other line
Directors.
So you would have failed, all of you would have failed in the management team to forward this to council.
No, to be honest, this was not before us.
No, what do you mean it is not before you?
I mean, it was never tabled where I was present in a meeting.
Yes, but it was addressed. When they write...
Yes, I concur.
Yes, then they write, they address this to the relevant offices that would make up the management. And like you said, the office of the mayor is number one. The office of the CEO is number two. If the mayor is absent, you will be present as the deputy. And the other line directors. So whose responsibility is it to bring it out in management meeting?
It should be the audit director because he's also present in the...
No, to bring it up in management meeting.
Yes.
Who should be the responsible? Who are the people who are responsible in making sure they will say, we have received this audit report and let's talk about it?
Yes, you know, during senior management meetings, it depends on the agenda items to be discussed.
Who do you think?
Yes.
Let me give you back the audit report. Probably you'll understand my question better. What is the date of that report?
24th June 2021.
Yes.
Yes.
And who wrote that report?
Internal audit team.
Internal audit team.
Team, yes.
Who do they address it to? Who did they address it to?
Office of the Lord Mayor.
Yes.
The CEO.
Two.
The chairman, Finance and Audit Committee.
Committee. Now, in the addressee list, those who receive this report,
yes.
Who will sit in this management? Does the Lord Mayor sit in management meeting? Senior management?
Senior management, yes.
Yes. How about the CEO?
Yes.
Now, who do you expect should now bring this issue up after they have received this issue?
I cannot say for sure that Mayor had received it.
No, that's not the question.
But the procedure should have been brought forward either by the audit officer or the CEO.
No. So why not the mayor?
No, because it has to be received by mayor first.
Do you know whether the CEO received it?
That's the reason why I'm trying to explain.
Do you know whether the CEO received it?
No.
But you said the CEO should bring it up.
No, I mean the procedure.
Let's go by what we
from
have.
bottom top.
Let's go. Let me help you out. Let's go by what we have in the document. What we have in the document is being received is addressed to the mayor's office.
Yes, and the
CEO.
The finance.
When they come here,
yes,
they will make their own case. No one can make their case for them. They have to come and say, I haven't received it, and I expect that. I expect that one or two will come and say, I haven't received it. And we will ask you the necessary questions. But what we will ask you as well depends on your answer. But what we can go by here, do you agree with me that going by the document, strictly by the document, we can only discuss what we see on the document? Correct?
Yes, and also I can only attest to what is presented before me.
And I would, yes, and I would not ask you whether the CEO actually received it in reality, or whether the mayor actually received it in reality, because that, even me, I don't know. But when they sit here, I will know. But I will only go by what is on the document. Is that fair?
Yes.
Now, what is on the document is who received it.
Yes. It's as stated, the mayor, the CEO, the chairman of finance and audit.
So who
committee.
should bring the issue up in senior management meeting?
Yeah, it's the mayor, but like I said, I cannot say for sure that he had received it.
If he had received it, should
be exactly.
Good.
Very
So
well.
if he had received it,
Yes.
he should bring it up.
Yes,
the
sir.
CEO to the same thing.
Very well.
If the CEO had received it at the time as well, it should come up.
Sure.
The chairman of the finance and accounting committee as well.
Yes.
If they receive it, they should bring it up.
Yes.
So those in responsible positions should own up. Mr. Bah, is it not fair to say that everyone is paid through the public coffers?
Very well.
And everyone should be accountable?
Sure.
Is that not the case?
Correct.
Should there be an exception?
No way.
Good. Thank you very much. And let me have that back. Is it not the case, Mr. Bah, that if council had treated these issues, they have received these internal audit reports and addressed these issues, it will only help the council?
Yes, very. And yeah, also lead counsel.
Yes.
I think by the composition of the finance and audit committee,
Yes.
and that of the accounts committee,
Yes.
where this the audit director sits,
Yes.
things should have been emanated from there. So for onward presentation to General Council, but I had never witnessed a time where anything comes from the committee where he sits. I think this before anything goes out of hand should have been treated and then action taken.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I agree.
Yes.
That is why I am not in my capacity as our capacity as as lawyers. The commissioners will decide.
Sure.
They will just make the decision. But in our capacity, what we are trying to say is that there are checks and balances in council, and these checks and balances must be followed. The procedures outlined. People don't occupy positions for no reason, and so therefore, that being the case, everyone should perform their job. Because
Yes,
if it fails, if there's a problem and it's not addressed, council cannot, anyone in council, I mean the political head, cannot say no, we are not aware of it. There are guidelines to follow.
Yes.
For instance, you have raised an important point. The committee should be functional, and if they are functional, they would have submitted these reports to you if they had received it. Correct?
No, yes, I mean there should have been the entry point, that is to be presented by the audit.
I agree.
To be discussed.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree. That's what we are saying. We are saying that these committees should do their job. If they receive the reports, it should be presented to council. Is that what you are saying?
Yes. In fact, is the account committee.
Yes, accounts committee.
Yes, yes. Any committee
Finance
responsible,
committee, agricultural committee.
It should start from there.
Yes. But then you also have a senior management meeting
Sure.
where all these committees as well, the problems they face, the daily issues in the senior management, and the most important people or influential people sit
Correct.
at the level of the senior management.
Yes.
Why do I say that? Council is represented by two very important people, at least in any given situation, mayor and deputy.
Yes.
Correct? But let
Yes.
me say mayor, office of the mayor. That includes everyone that was in that office.
Yes.
And the administration, day-to-day administration, is represented by the CEO and the relevant directors. So even if the committees fail, should that be a reason as to why the senior management will fail? Should that be a reason why the senior management would fail to report? There should not be a reason.
No.
Good.
Yes, I will continue to buttress on this.
Yes.
You know, for a mayor to, in fact, come up with an agenda item,
Yes.
it has a procedure. It has to come from, let's say, a committee, all right? It comes to General Council, or committee will update, flag it to mayor, then that's how agendas are being constructed.
In council. Is there anything in council, bylaws or the act or regulation that stops a mayor from bringing up an issue to say, well, I am in receipt of XYZ? Is there anything stopping?
No. No, but that's why I said, I continue to say it, I cannot ascertain whether mayor had definitely received.
And I will repeat again, Mr. Bah.
Yes.
I myself cannot ascertain that. And let everyone answer their questions. So everyone with his or her own grave. So when the mayor sits where you are sitting, which he will, and all the chairpersons of this area council, they will. All of them, no exception. They will answer the questions. And each of them will tell the commission what they know. If you choose to say, I am not aware, I never received, then that's it. Is that not the case?
Yes.
So we leave that issue. You would also be informed about the issues regarding the talenting market, for instance. The problems in the talenting market. Mr. Bah, for instance, you say we have the findings that the total that is on page 11 of the internal audit report. I'm just going to give you some examples. We'll go into the rest when we resume probably tomorrow or so. It says talenting market, page 11, that the total number of ticket books collected for the period is 27, which the value is $27,000. Now the total number of tickets sold is 25, the value is $250,000. We have 2 packets that are outstanding, and the value is $20,000. Do we know what happened with this money? No, we have no idea. We have the, you turn to the next page, you will see similar issues. You have Marsingalau as well. Page 13, Marsingalau, the total number of ticket books collected for the period is 49, and the amount or the value of that ticket number is $490,000. The total amount of tickets sold is 48. There is 1 pack of ticket that is outstanding. These are all public funds. We have the Marsingalau as well, an outstanding ticket. We also have Ibotan Market, page 15. It tells us there were 2 outstanding tickets that are accounted for, $20,000. Old Joshua, 2 packets outstanding, value is $20,000. And the list goes on. And for all this, no serious actions taken. Mr. Bah.
Yes, maybe you see it in that way, but
no, but that is the issue.
To be honest, we've tried our utmost best in order to ensure that there are proper check and balances. In fact, that has our efforts to the best of our ability. You know, you could see, you know, at least our income or revenue starts to grow, although it's not 100%. But
have you ever
there are
sanctioned?
significant
please
steps
proceed.
taken. Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, I said there were significant steps, although it's not 100%, but we've been pushing all the councillors, everybody in general.
Have you ever sanctioned as council the fact that there is a need to conduct audit exercise, internal audit exercise, to know the finances of council and how it has been expended?
Yeah, this has been something that mayor will always advocate, and in fact the councillors to for the audit. You need to be more functional, so to help to know the yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, to properly look at these checks and balances.
The advocating for something is only meaningful when there are steps taken towards the attainment of such.
Steps were taken. Yes.
Now I am asking whether council will pass a resolution to say that we are ordering the internal auditor to provide or conduct an audit of either a project or an area, for instance the market revenue line, and give you a report. Have that been done before?
No, but he needs not to be told, because that's his responsibility.
No.
It should be a continuous process.
No, Mr. Bano. Anyone that says that you don't know your job and you're not interested in making sure that the right thing is done, you don't say that again. That would not speak highly of you. The idea that the internal auditor, they know their job, so they must do their job. Then why did you recommend for the internal auditor to be fired, the director?
No, perhaps maybe the way you perceive what I'm trying to explain, but I mean, we are always keen to ensure that there is.
But have you ever passed a resolution to tell the internal auditor to conduct investigation?
I cannot remember.
You can't remember?
Yes.
Because it didn't happen.
I can't remember.
You can't remember.
Yes.
Can you write that down, and you can come up with evidence if there's any, and we will welcome that. But that should even be a periodical thing. It should happen frequently. Is that not the case?
Yes.
It should happen frequently.
Sure.
But it was not happening. Maybe if it has ever happened, it will be once or twice, but it happened. We don't have evidence of that.
Well, I can't remember.
And as a deputy mayor, you would have known if this was the norm that council was operating. You would have known.
Yes, like I said, that's why we always push for, in fact, a quarterly report.
But why would you? Go ahead.
Yes.
But why would you even? You have not pushed for quarterly report. You sacrificed someone because the person is incompetent, which would be the right thing to do, but the means, the rationale, the intention was not, it doesn't appear to be genuine.
Yeah, lead counsel, his removal is not as a result of his incompetency. This emanates from a general council resolution due to his failure to regularly give quarterly reports.
But that's incompetence.
Yes.
That's incompetence. We will give you the resolution where the letter that was written by council, by mayor on behalf of council, to say that even the director admitted that he doesn't have capacity. We put that to the director. He sat here, and it does not have. It appears that you were right, but I am saying, what was your motive? Because if your motive is to genuinely receive reports, you have had tons of it, which you never addressed.
Definitely, our motive was to be generating. Or
then why
receiving.
did you not address these issues as council? That's my problem. My problem is not about the issue of the auditor director. Like I always said, you are not qualified. Leave our office space, because we are paying. You and I are paying for everyone that occupies public space, and the market vendors, these people you collect tax from, they don't deserve anything less than having the right people to occupy the right office and the right actions taken. And you and I had agreed that there must be accountability no matter who the individual is, and no matter who or where, which institution we are discussing.
Sure.
You and I agreed on that.
Sure.
That there should not be any exception.
No way.
Exactly. The internal auditor is answerable to council. What the law says. Is that not the case?
Correct.
Let me read to you section 69, page 70. Please avail the financial manual. Don't do it now, auditor, please. You guys. Page 71 first. 70.
70. Did you say?
Yes, this page 70 will tell you some of the functions of the internal auditor. Just first on there before we go to the main functions of the internal auditor.
Yes.
Just hold on a minute, please. First, let's start with page 14.
All right.
Of the financial manual, section 208, where it says the internal auditor is the head of internal audit department. He shall be responsible to ensure that the procedures stipulated in the manual with respect to all transactions involving revenue collection and expenditure and receipt and issue of stores are properly authorized, promptly carried out and punctually recorded, and to make a continuous and thorough check on council's financial transactions. Do you see this?
Yes.
It says the internal auditor is directly responsible and answerable to council and should provide a service to the management in the effective discharge of its financial duties. The internal auditor in the discharge of these duties must be independent. He shall submit all his reports to council to the local government accounts committee with copies to the CEO. In order to perform his duties effectively and impartially, he must also have freedom to investigate from a financial viewpoint the activities of council. In addition, the internal auditor shall prepare quarterly and audit reports and shall submit them to council. And the duties are as follows. His main functions are: 1, ensure the council that the whole system of internal control, including internal checks, inadequate and its functioning satisfactorily. The financial accounting and stores regulations and procedures issued from time to time by the council are complied with. The accounting records from a reliable basis for the production of the council's accounts report to the council and CEO on any apparent waste on extravagant expenditure which comes to his notice. Do you see this?
Yes.
So he or she, in the exercise of the functions set out in the laws, would be primarily answerable to council. So do you just wait for him to come up with reports? If he doesn't come up with reports, it's okay. If he comes up with reports as well, we can decide to act on it or not. Or can you hold him to task? Ask him to provide reports, and you take actions in those reports. What should be the best way to do it?
Yeah, we should have pushed harder to ensure that what's supposed to be done is done.
Mr. Bah, if you say push harder, it will suggest that you have been pushing.
Yes.
No.
We've been indeed.
Where is the evidence that you had been pushing?
The evidence is General Council.
Then if you push harder to get a result, what would you do with those reports?
But like I said, the report, I cannot say it was receipt.
No, so what would you do as council if you have reports from...
Yeah, proper appropriate action
would be taken,
yes.
for any of the findings.
Sure.
And so, are you surprised to see this report?
Absolutely, lead counsel.
You're very surprised to see this report.
I'm indeed very shocked.
Why are you surprised?
Yes, because given the some issues of checks and balance issues that should have been addressed and proper actions been taken, and these are public funds, and then we are there to ensure that they are put into the right place and then it's safeguard.
We have the 2022 report from the Internal Audit Department team addressed to the Lord Mayor's office. On page, that's the number of the page, it says, total summary of sales and deposits. I will show you. Period January to December 2021. It says the overall total sales or collections by the 19 wards secretaries is $14,837,945. Now the overall total deposits by the ward secretaries is $13,156,170. The variance, the money that can be accounted for, is $1,601,775. So you don't have access to this information before?
No.
Do you think this is a serious matter?
Of course.
We have the breakdown of the ward secretaries, but let me show you what I am reading from, so that just for the record. Please confirm what I have just read. Yes, so have you confirmed
Yes,
the
confirm.
information?
Yes.
What is your reaction to this?
It's undone.
Do you know whether actions were taken?
I cannot remember, late counsel.
Council, I believe it's a convenient point to stop. We will continue tomorrow. Mr. Bah, we will see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you. You may rise.